I might be one of the only pop stars not to deal with fame. I live in Texas. People don't care. I'm not really into the high fashion. I'm not really into the, like, that would be the worst day of my life, having to sit at a fashion show. Like, and not that I don't appreciate people's art and clothes. Like, I totally think it's awesome. I'm not that girl.
Oh, it's good. Get it. Yeah!
Kelly Clarkson. In high school, she found her voice.
I was never like a drinker in high school. I never did anything really wrong. I was very much a good student for my parents, except for my math. I remember they hated Miss Independent. Like, they did not like that song at all. They liked it ever 7 weeks it was #1, but they didn't like it at first.
4 albums later, Kelly Clarkson is a star in her own right, in Australia to promote All I Ever Wanted.
We get there and there's like 50 people around you watching you crawl across the table, making out with the guy. It was very, and I'm not that girl, so it was very embarrassing.
Have you had to do that before?
Nope, that would be a first-timer for me, so.
So what was that like, actually? I mean, I know actors do it all the time, but for someone who's not used to doing
I'm not an actor, so I don't do that all the time. So, yeah, no, it was just funny.
She's got a gift for you.
Yeah, oh.
You're a Texan.
Okay.
You have a ranch, right?
Is this one of these hats?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh, that's awesome. I don't know.
If I can open it up. I just sort of thought, well, you've got a ranch.
That's awesome! I am totally Nicole Kidman from Australia.
Yeah.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. That was all beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. I know. I got Sawadee Ka. That was the only thing I learned when I was in Thailand. So.
Yeah, people have told me you got the hello down.
I got, Sawadee Ka and me to do this on the red carpet a lot, so I was like, I got it down.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute. And do you have a faith song on this new album?
Like, wait, a faith song?
No, faith.
Oh, favorite. No, I was like,
lady.
I was like, well, there's no gospel hymn, but I was like, favorite. No.
Yeah.
My favorite, it changes daily. Right now, it's probably If I Can't Have You, because it's very, Eurythmics meets The Killers, and I've never really done anything like that, and it's just kind of sexy. I felt awkward as all get out in the studio singing it.
Really?
I turned off all the lights because it was like I didn't want anyone to see me, like, because it's kind of like I'm singing it more sexy, and it just made me feel awkward. So, but I love listening to it. It's like one of my favorites.
It was the day she met now US President Barack Obama.
I was in Washington, D.C. doing a thing for the Grammys, and it was a room full of senators. And at the last minute, like right before I go on stage, they give me this little piece of paper, and they're like, yeah, and would you mind, since, you're so friendly, you've won Grammys, like if you'd introduce, one of the senators has won a Grammy. I'd never heard of the senator, and he wrote a book or whatever, had never heard of the book. So I get up there, I'm so nervous, I'm in front of all these senators. I forget the thing that the thing was about, and then I thought, the book is called Dreams from My Father, from Barack Obama, who is the senator I'm talking about. And all I could think was Luther Vandross Dance with My Father for some reason, so I literally went like, won an album of the words spoken for Grammy, and Dance with My Father, Barack Obama. I could not remember his name. He was really nice about it. He didn't like get upset, but I mean, I look like a complete idiot. And then, 3 years later, he's obviously the President of the United States. One of the most horrifying things ever for me. And I hate photo shoots. I mean, you're there all day, and it's like, you end up with like 4 pictures that you basically use for everything, and you spent all day, like, I cannot wrap my head around that. I would be just as satisfied just like taking a picture of me like this and being like, all I ever wanted, that's the cover of my album right there.
And red carpets don't fare too well with the star either.
It's just awkward. I mean, think about it. You're walking down a red carpet. I mean, think that you're from like a foreign planet, and you arrive, and there are people walking, just doing this, and people taking pictures. That's awkward. I think that's awkward. Like, but, whatever. And usually I get stuck behind, like, someone like Keira Knightley, like, and who's like, she's drop dead gorgeous, and it's like, or like Catherine Zeta-Jones, you get behind those people, so you're coming up behind them going, well, at this point I should just wave and be like, what's up? Like, I always get stuck behind, like, these girls that have the looks, on the red carpet, and I'm like, I'm not that thought out. I have the same, hey, that's it.
And as for all the talk about her weight,
7 years later, seriously, we're still talking about weight. I mean, it's going to be the same size until I'm like 70 or whenever I die. So, get used to it.
Have you sort of found over the years, I don't know, you feel like you kind of developing or changing your style or nailing it more?
No, I think that's awesome. No, yeah, no, it can be really tough. I you know, from a really sarcastic family, and you have to be able to handle yourself. So, you know, I think we grew up a little differently. So it can be hard for people that are, you know, from a smaller environment and like don't really, you know, she said she didn't get out much, and then she got on this show, and everybody kind of knew her, and people are pretty harsh on her. So
there's no doubt it would have changed your life. I mean, you know, just the fame.
Yeah, no,
fame.
definitely. It didn't really change. I mean, I guess it changed mine because I travel, but I don't know. I was seeing Friends, so I don't know.
The audience is thrilled. They've been waiting all night to see you.
Oh, right on. Well, I hope I live up. Okay.
I'm sure you're going to do just fine. Okay. Is it in your genes? Does anyone else in the family sing?
I mean, they sing, not like professionally or anything, but I mean, they can sing like on key and stuff. So if I say no, I get in trouble, right, for my family. So. Yeah.
The names of these songs. Yeah. I Do Not Hook Up. Cry. Don't Let Me Stop You. Already Gone. They're all sad.
Well, you're picking the sad ones, so what does that say about you?
Okay, no. But you yourself call them boy bashing songs.
I do.
Have you had a lot of heartbreak, or do you write about these things from personal experience?
No, I mean I've had a couple great boyfriends. I just had one real stinker that I wrote a lot about. So that's really it.
We've all been there.
Yeah, just the one. So
The scenes, Kelly is just like any other 27-year-old.
This is where I started being late, and it was usually because of me, but I'd always make my mom late as well, and we'd be kind of running in to class and everything. But yeah, this is where it started. This is where my tardiness started.
And a lot of celebrities tend to get hounded by the paparazzi. We see them and their lives, and people don't seem to be able to get enough of it. Spread through magazines. We don't see that from you, which is great. Thank you. But
awesome. Yeah.
But what's your secret? How do you avoid that?
I live in Texas, and if you knew Texans, they just don't care that much. So
you'd rather just go for it.
Yeah, no.
And in your video, you're doing all sorts of thrills and spills. What's going on?
I know, and I write the treatments for my videos, so it's like I was very like gutsy while writing the treatment, but then when it actually I had to act it out.
You thought that?
And you're not even seeing the part that I was nervous about. I had to crawl across the table in a mini dress with a guy like kissing all over him, and that's not me at all.
But you wrote that treatment.
Yeah, I wrote it, right? And I'm all gutsy, and my manager was laughing at me because when we got to the video shoot, there's like 50 people, and they're like, all right, jump on the table and go. And I'm like, oh, like, I don't want to change
like
the
such
treatment.
a good idea at the time.
Yeah, I was very nervous.
Now, I cannot believe it's been 7 years.
I know.
That's cool. Do you feel like, does it feel like you're not going to wake up and it all be taken? I imagine initially you think, I can't believe I'm a pop star. I can't believe I'm this success. Do you feel like it's you now?
Oh, well, I think it was so overnight that somebody dropped some. I think it was so overnight that, I don't know, I skipped surreal. I think I skipped like the whole because I still live in Texas, like right next to the town I grew up in. I'm around my family and friends. Like, it's not, I'm very normal at home. I'm very normal right now, but I just mean like I don't really get in the spotlight unless I'm working, so.
Good for you. And you're off a bit of a break now?
Yeah, I get 2 days off. I know it sounds stupid, but it's 2 days off and I'm very excited. Okay. So, yeah.
Good stuff. All right, home to...
How are you doing? Hi, welcome.
Come on, sit down, sit down. I know. Oh, it's quite a little table, right? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's fine because I'm short, but...
Making history already.
I know, it's my first. I just thought of that when you said that on the way out. I was like, yeah, this is my first #1, so
do you,
exciting.
Do you get recognised as much here as you do in the States, where I know you're absolutely
I mean, I think it's the same everywhere, because I don't really look like this on a daily basis, so, yeah. I'm like very no makeup, hat, like...
Yeah,
very
Texan
low-key about everything, yes.
Just crushed you didn't win.
I think my mother was a fan of his, too.
Oh, was she? Oh,
yeah.
She was the same age as me.
oh, no, I didn't mean that. No, I meant that.
I'm there.
No, she's my only, like, person back home that's really avidly watching it a lot, so she gives me, like, the But honestly, I live in Texas, and I live, like, the town over next where I grew up, so... I don't really, I'm not really, like, in the limelight. I don't really have a celebrity life until I'm working. Yeah. Like, you go on TV, so that might be a little weird.
Britney Spears or anything like that.
Well, I mean, not that I don't want to. I just don't, I mean, she doesn't live next door to me, so. So I was like,
and you said Simon was nice to you through the whole competition.
He was really nice. And honestly, I think, the reason why, because, you know, every week I'd be like, oh, God, okay, so this is the week that I'm going to get it, you know, da-da-da. And at the end, I remember asking him, I was like, why are you never mean to me? And he was like, honestly, I knew you wouldn't care. So
no point.
Yeah, he was like, and I was like, oh, well, if I'd known that the whole time, I would have been a lot more easier with my nerves.
So you never got the face that they were talking about?
No, he'd always give me the smirk, like, Kelly. Like, he'd do that, the smirk. I know, women everywhere love the smirk.
That smirk and then wink. I love when he goes the little wink.
He's so I know. He's like that. What's wrong with women? He's like such a butt, but we think it's charming. Psychologically, we're really messed up.